How's it going, everybody? Scents by Sean here. Thanks so much for coming on back to the channel and checking out today's video. 4 different fragrances for 4 different seasons. Not everybody knows that certain fragrances fit into a certain season and time of year better than others. You definitely have your all-arounders out there, but some fragrances are just meant for a certain time of year, and they're going to perform better and get you better feedback if you wear them appropriately. We're going to keep today's intro nice and short, guys. We are going to jump into the springtime fragrance now. So for our first fragrance on this list, we are talking about the springtime, guys. Spring and fall are a little bit harder to pick a fragrance for versus winter and summer. Winter and summer are kind of your absolute seasons, while spring and fall kind of fall a little bit in between. So what do you wear for the springtime? Today we're going to be talking about a niche house that has gotten a lot of love recently. This is a niche house by the name of Mancera. Mancera, this one specifically is Cedroit Boisé. This is a fantastic niche house if you are a beginner to niche fragrances, or if you've owned a lot before, it's still fantastic. But a lot of beginners gravitate towards this because their fragrances are fairly easy to wear and they're really well priced, especially if you don't mind checking out forums and fragrance groups. These can be had for a really, really solid price for a niche brand. Now, why is Cedroit Boisé so good for the springtime? Because it is a blast of fruits on the opening. You have just got some wonderful, bright, fruity notes that's so likable, that's so light and inoffensive, but you have got some cedar and some woody notes and some vanilla in the dry down. So this has some good character as well. A lot of springtime and warm weather fragrances are very linear. You kind of get the C note vibe, that citrusy, fresh, aquatic C note, and that's it. And there's tons and tons of them out there. The reason my choice would be Cedroit Boisé is you still get that fantastic fruitiness that is so light and good for springtime, but the performance is fantastic. The dry down is interesting. I love smelling this one on my skin 3 to 4 to 5 hours into wearing it because it's so non-linear. This is fantastic the whole way through, and I get 2 to 3 solid stages as this one dries down. The woody notes, the cedar, and the vanilla really come out around hour 3 to 5 to me, and this is just a spring warm weather banger, guys. Cedroit Boisé, check out the rest of Mancera's line, guys. Mancera offers some fantastic choices. They're a fantastic niche house for any level, but they do really well for beginners. Cedroit Boisé, though, is what I'm going to be wearing this springtime. So springtime has sailed and we are into the hot, mucky summer months, and we need something beachy, we need something a little floral, we need something light, fresh, and awesome for the high summer heat. One of my favorite summertime compliment getters, one of my favorite summertime fragrances of all time comes from the house of Lacoste. This is Lacoste Blanc. This is the L12.12 line. You have got the Noir, which is the black, the Blanc, which is the all white. There's a green, a yellow. In my opinion, guys, the others are worth checking out. But if you are looking for the star gem, the beautiful, floral, wonderful compliment getter, you are looking for Lacoste Blanc. This can also be had for a really good price, like under $35 for a 100 milliliter. Now, why is this such a good pick for summertime? Because it is so floral, it is so fresh, this is so likable. I just get so many people who just say, gosh, you smell so fantastic, you just smell so fresh, it's so clean. This is summer in a bottle. You've got a lot of other obvious choices. Maybe your Dolce & Gabbana light blue, that's a very obvious choice. Maybe your Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio. Those are some great summertime choices, don't get me wrong. But this one is, I think, a little more interesting and it's a little more complex. If you have the outfit, if you have the confidence to pull this one off, because it can come across a little feminine, it is floral and very fresh, but if you wear it with the right way, it's hyper masculine, and this will get the job done. For summertime, I cannot recommend this one highly enough. It's cheap, it's easy to find. Really summer only, guys. This is when this fragrance shines. I wouldn't even really recommend it for the spring or early fall, but if you are heading off for a beach vacation with your family, and you want to be that sexy guy who just smells fantastic, I would recommend Lacoste Blanc. All right, guys, so we've tucked away Cedroit Boisé, we've tucked away our Lacoste Blanc, and we are on to the fall time. Fall time is one of those ones that I would consider a really, really difficult time to find a good signature fragrance. The reason being is you've still got that warmth from the tail end of summer coming through, but the chill is starting to get to the air of winter. You're in this really weird in-between time. It's hard to bust out those really well-known, strong, sexy, sweet winter fragrances, but the summer and warm weather fragrances aren't performing with this cold coming in. So what do? I'll tell you what you guys do. You pick up this fragrance that I'm about to show you here. This is Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. 1 Million Lucky is a flanker of the original Paco Rabanne 1 Million. It is fantastic. The reason this guy, I'm going to spray it right now because it's just so good. Paco Rabanne 1 Million, you have got a hazelnut note, which is really, really what makes this one interesting. The hazelnut is fantastic in this because it lends itself on the sweet side while still remaining fresh, clean, classy, and easy to wear. To go into a little bit more in depth on that, hazelnut is obviously a really popular ingredient in a lot of people's coffee creamers, and people enjoy hazelnut in things like Nutella. So it has that sweetness, it has that rich gourmand kind of delicious sweetness, but this fragrance is so clean and so crisp and so easy to wear, it fits the bill really well. It takes that line of a hard to wear fall fragrance because, again, like I said at the beginning, you're trying to go between the warm and the cool and find a good happy medium. This draws that line perfectly. This is a great fall fragrance. Honestly, this can be worn year round, but it fits the fall bill so well. You're gonna be sweet enough on those cold days. You're gonna be fresh, non-offensive, not so sexy and whatever, that you could actually wear this like to the office. You could wear this on a date. You could wear this just out getting groceries. This is a great fall fragrance, guys. Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. This is my favorite 1 Million flanker, and I think you guys would love it. And we are at the end of the year, guys. It is the winter time. We are in the middle of December. It's 3 feet of snow outside. It's cold. It's 10, 15 degrees. And you're gonna need that warm, sexy fragrance that's gonna project through all that cold air. How are you gonna do it? You are going to do it with Maison Margiela Replica line by The Fireplace. This is a no-brainer, guys. This one is going to come as no shock to anybody who's familiar with this particular fragrance. It is fantastic. This has a top note of chestnut. Not a top note, it's a base note, but it's what really defines this fragrance is the chestnut. It gives it a burning wood. It gives it a cuddly kind of smell. You really want to cuddle up next to somebody while wearing this. By The Fireplace. That's what Replica of Maison Margiela's line aims to do. They aim to replicate different moments and times and capture those moments into a fragrance. And they hit it on the head with this one. By The Fireplace, I have never heard of a more accurate description for a fragrance than this. Warm, woody, smoky, sweet chestnut. Just makes this one feel like you are in a wood cabin next to a beautiful, gorgeous rolling fireplace, and your partner smells fantastic, and you just want to cuddle up next to them and appreciate the cold weather with this gorgeous, warm fragrance. Another thing I can really appreciate about this one is it's unisex. It is very easily worn by women. I do think it has a masculine kind of overtone, but on a woman's smell, I have smelled this on a woman before, and I thought she smelled absolutely amazing. By The Fireplace, guys, it is the epitome of winter. This one is very singular in the sense that I would only wear it during the winter time or during very, very cold fall days. But if you do, guys, compliments will roll in. Women love this one. Maison Margiela, By The Fireplace, get it for the winter time. And that is our list, guys. So those are our 4 fragrances that I would recommend for you, each one for a particular season. If you are a one fragrance kind of guy, you need a signature scent, but you don't want to be held back by just having one bottle. Maybe your blue fragrances, your Sauvage, your Y by Yves Saint Laurent, your Bleu de Chanel, your Dylan Blues. You don't want just that one fragrance, but you don't want to own 100 different bottles either. You need 4 fragrances, one for each season. This is the list that I would recommend to you. If you guys enjoyed today's video, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified of all future content. Drop a comment down below so that way I can know what you guys are thinking of my videos. If you enjoyed my list, I'd love to hear about it. If you think that there's a fragrance that fits better in that list, then I'd love to hear about that too. Or just tell me what you're wearing and what's your favorite thing right now. You've been watching Scents by Sean, guys. Thanks for sticking around and keep on smelling great.